It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, welcome into What's Burning right here on Lake TV. KB with you, and I'm so glad that you could join us for another great week of programming. You know, we do the show 7 days a week, a new show every Thursday, 7 a.m., 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. But first and foremost, I want to thank the folks at American Elm in Sunrise Beach. They sell some beautiful home decor, so stop in and check them out. They are the ones responsible for our beautiful holiday-themed, holiday vibe on the set. All of this beauty behind me and right here in front of me as well. You can check it out and so much more at American Elm. On the program today, we're going to be talking with the Christmas Tree Girls. Those two ladies you see just north of Camdenton on Highway 5, they decorate the trees each and every year. Cassie Cunningham and Carol Long, they'll be joining us on the program. Also, my good buddy Danny Ellison, the educated redneck. We're going to heat you up with some of Danny's comments. I think he's going to be focusing on Kyle Rittenhouse today. We'll also have the opportunity to check out KB's furry friends at Ozarks Cat and Canine. And don't forget, a brand new series starts today with our good buddy Tom Abbott from Iron Eagle Tactical on responsible gun ownership. That's what's coming up on the program. Thanks to our sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, the good folks at Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake, and Bryant Auction. Stick around. We've got a great show for you right here on Lake TV. It's What's Burning.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV.
What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Hey, welcome back to What's Burnin' here on Lake TV. Glad to have you with us as we're getting into the holiday season. You can see this beautiful set is all full of holiday goodness with pine cones and Christmas trees and these two ladies here. They are, I say ladies, they are the Christmas tree girls, and you may have seen them out decorating portions of Highway 5 here in the Camdenton area. They are Carol Long and Cassie Cunningham. And it's great to have you guys with us. Thanks for taking some time out.
Thank you very much for having us.
As soon as the interview's over, it's right back to decorating the trees.
Yep.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this now?
About 6 years.
We are coming into year 6.
6 years.
Yes.
And tell me, what was the inspiration for all of this stuff?
Honestly, it's just really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, we really just enjoy it. And it started really small with just one tree and just has become what it is now.
I see. And you guys don't only pick up or decorate the trees, you pick up the trash too, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Is it just the two of you, or do you have a group of people that you work with?
It's just us.
Just Cassie and Kara? You see them, during the holiday season decorating trees, other times just picking up trash. How much do you have, how much highway do you have there?
Normally it's 1.5 miles, but
Right.
for some reason we decided to do 2. So we have 3 miles. So it takes us.
And I just noticed when she said they do 2 miles, look how nice and fit they are. Maybe I need to adopt a couple miles of highway. What do you think?
Come on out. We've got plenty of these.
Anytime, yep.
It's certainly, and I want everybody to notice that we are not out on the highway doing the interview because we wanted to keep everybody nice and safe. Mm-hmm. And I know sometimes, I'm sure plenty of passersby see you and they wave and honk and everything, but we didn't want to have a big, huge bunch of cars on the shoulder.
Distraction.
And any opportunities for anyone to get injured or worse. And you'll notice that they both have their vests on, their reflective vests. And are those issued to you by the highway department?
Yes.
So that's very nice. They give you the trash bags, they give you the
Trash
vest.
bags, vests, they give you a safety course that you have to go through.
Oh, safety course.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you have to do to be safe?
She leads that for us.
We just need to be aware.
Okay,
Stay
just
aware.
Be aware. Very good. Let's talk more about decorating the Christmas tree. So, how much effort do you put into decorating the tree? What goes on the tree?
It's a lot.
It's a lot of garland, and then there is obviously like a lot of wind, weather, snow that happens this entire month. So we have to get the garland on there, and then look at that.
Clothespins.
Very nice.
Zip ties.
Very nice.
Zip ties.
Yep. Just whatever we can get our hands on.
Right. Do you have to duct tape it on sometimes?
We have not duct
We have
taped
not,
yet.
but it might come up.
Wind speeds, you never
Some
know.
of that Gorilla Glue, I understand, works pretty well on stuff. Or Crazy Glue's even better, I'm sure.
It might happen.
So you get some garland on there, you get some ornaments on there. Does every tree get a star on top?
We like red bows. They stand out.
Oh,
They
red
stand out
bows.
really well. We have 1 star this year for a Lakers tree. Go
Okay.
Lakers.
Yeah, we did.
So we
made
have
a
gold star,
Lakers
purple
tree.
and gold garland. That's
Very
our
nice.
first.
Well, that's very festive and in the spirit of things here in Camdenton with the good old Camdenton Lakers. So now, does this come out of your own pocket? How do you fund all of this?
It's out of our own pockets.
Right.
We've had a couple donations along the way. Everyone seems to have garland around that they're not necessarily using. Here and there, somebody will say, "I love what you're doing," and donate some garland to us as
Right.
well. So
Right.
that's kind of how it's all come together. It's
Well,
a combination of us and the community, really.
You mentioned getting donations. Who are some of the folks that have donated? Because we want to kind of get that wheel spinning a little bit.
Yes,
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
There's a couple people just personal. They don't want to be mentioned, but Tres Hombres gave us $100.
They donated
last year
$100
for solar lights
So we
Outstanding.
could,
because we have no electricity, so we had to find a way to get them to light up out there.
Good point. I was standing here thinking about that. I'm thinking that extension cord has got to be really long. That's gotta be
MoDOT's
long.
just over the hill, but they're not into
Yeah,
it.
they're not willing to run the cord.
Right. They're not going to run power. Set up a generator or something like that.
Hey, he said it.
And the inspiration for all of this was just because you wanted to do it. You thought there would be some
Our
nice
first
festive.
tree was right outside of 565, one tree, purple garland. And then the next year we went up and did a little bit further onto 5, and we were nervous and
Right.
thought we were going to get in trouble for trespassing, all the purple marks on the trees,
Right.
you know. So we did it at night.
So,
and
so MoDOT's in on the deal now, so we can talk
Yeah.
about these
Oh,
things.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We can
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about doing it late at night and
Yeah.
and you know,
Absolutely.
having to wear like little headlamps and
Right.
fend off little furry creatures. That's something else. Have you ever run into anything living in the trees?
not living,
not
but
alive.
there's a lot of bodies out there.
Oh.
Armadillos, raccoons, deer.
Well, I meant
It's a part
actually
of
in
the
the trees,
job.
but yeah.
No, not in the trees yet.
Okay.
I haven't even thought about that, actually.
You know, you bring I remember, you know, my first Christmas here at the lake, I couldn't afford a tree, so I went out in the woods and I sawed one
Yeah.
down, right? Got
Yeah.
it in the house. I couldn't understand why I kept wobbling. Well, I got up on the
no.
ladder and I looked in there and there was a bird's nest in there. No birds, but a bird's nest.
This is going to happen to us today.
And so I thought, gosh, what do? I just evicted some poor bird from its house. Hopefully it didn't have any babies. Anyway, it was Christmas, so no, they were probably down in Florida somewhere
Yes.
nice and safe and warm. But we enjoy what you do, and there's a lot of people in the community that really support you. And I think I've seen you out there before. I think maybe it was last year when you were decorating. Now, when do you normally do this? I mean, all hours of the day and night? I'm sure you have jobs, maybe some children. I don't know.
Yeah, we're moms, so
Yeah.
we take advantage of school being in session.
Oh, very
so
nice.
we drop them off, get out there, get as many done as we can, and then go pick them up and
Right
do
on,
the same
right
thing
on.
for the
Sure,
next
sure.
couple days after that.
What are we talking about in terms of the amount of hours that you put in? What do you think if you had to
Oh, wow.
turn in your time card? How many hours would be on your time card?
I mean, we're looking at least 6 to 8 each time we're out there.
Right.
I would say 40 hours.
Yeah,
we're
probably.
Easy,
putting
40
in
hours,
an
huh?
easy. Yeah.
But what a fun way to dedicate your time, and
Yeah.
people get to smile, and it's Christmas.
It's having
Sure.
fun for 40 hours. We
Yeah.
are not feeling like we are working.
No,
We're having a good
gosh,
time
no.
the entire time we're out there.
Let me ask you then, what keeps you motivated? Just the fact that you're doing something cool?
Her.
I guess, yeah. we have fun
feed
together.
off of each other.
Oh, very much.
Yeah,
Do you?
people
Yeah.
honk, they wave.
love that.
You know, it kind of all goes hand in hand, and we have a good time the entire time.
And I'm just going to put this out there. If people would want to make donations to the cause, and I know you would accept them gladly.
Absolutely.
And certainly, I mean, if you're doing it out of your pocket, any little thing, every little thing helps. Where can they direct the phone calls or the emails or
We have
donations?
a Facebook page, Cassie and Kara Adopt a Highway.
Right.
So you can message me on there, and we'd love that. We'd absolutely love it. So,
It would be amazing.
yep.
Cassie
able to
and
get more
Kara-
lights would
Cassie
be
and
incredible.
Kara Adopt a Highway.
Yeah. That's
And
it.
they have to be solar lights because we don't have a place to plug them in.
Bingo.
You're looking down there at the base of that tree. Where's that darn plug at?
It's
You won't
not
find
there.
It's not there.
You
It's
will
not
not
there.
find it.
So as far as doing other stuff for the highway, cleaning it up, and what's the weirdest thing you've ever found out there?
Oh gosh, a personal favorite was an American flag swimsuit
favorite.
in the package still from Amazon.
Oh.
So once we got it out, we could have both fit in it, but it was fun to hold it up and take pictures.
Is it on your Facebook
yeah,
page?
we have some pictures.
I'll have
on
to
there.
look forward to seeing that one. An extra. I shouldn't be saying anything about the size of swimsuits or
But
anything like
brand
that.
new.
Oh, it was brand new.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you still have it?
No.
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 We
No,
let
we do
that
not.
one go.
Doggone it! I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping for an American flag swimsuit.
Once you
for
kick
spring
it
and summer
up,
this
you
year.
don't want to put it in the car. We
No.
leave those bags out there. A lot of ants.
A lot of ants out there.
Ants.
It's always interesting though, and there's always something comical along the way.
Probably a lot of empty beer cans. Or
Fireball bottles.
Fireball.
Fireball. It's terrible. I'm not kidding. I mean, the little air or whatever you
Must
call
be
those.
it's the popular choice.
Yeah.
But we need a trash can for the fireball bottles.
Yes, they make them for your car. We're sure.
They do. They do.
Oh, driving size.
No, the trash can, not the driving.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
No.
Old habits die hard, folks.
No,
I'm just
no,
kidding.
no.
Anyway, no, absolutely no drinking and driving. We're just having fun here. But well, thanks to both of you for what you do and spending some time with us here and just making everybody's holiday a little bit brighter by hanging out on the side of the highway and decorating trees. How many trees? What's the record so far?
36 last year.
36. Okay.
And right now, we have 23. So
All
we
right.
got to get back out there and keep going.
So 13 to match, 14 to beat. And these girls could definitely use a little help. Carol Long, Cassie Cunningham, the Christmas Tree Girls. You'll see them out here not too far from where we are right now on Highway 5 decorating the Christmas trees, picking up the trash, and keeping us all in a good mood, and certainly doing good things for the future of the Lake of the Ozarks. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more of What's Burning right here on Lake TV.
Hey, Jess.
Yeah, Nicole, what do you need?
Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront.
And a brand new kitchen.
I'm headed out there after I type this email.
I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around two things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey everyone, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and we have our Thanksgiving sale going on right now. Save up to 25% off of Slumberland low tag price items, and then we still have all the blue tags that can go today. You can pick it up or have it delivered in the next week. Come see us, lots of product available right here at Slumberland Furniture at the Lake, where we're bringing happy home.
Your time on the water is limited, and Hy-Vee in Osage Beach knows it. Let us do the shopping so you can maximize your lake time. With our Isles online app, you can have your groceries delivered or ready for contactless pickup when you arrive to the lake. With all your grilling favorites, snacks, fresh produce, and home to the lake's largest wine, spirits, and beer department, your weekend at the lake starts with Hy-Vee in Osage Beach, where you'll find a helpful smile in every aisle.
Hey, it's KB here on What's Burning, along with Tom Abbott from Iron Eagle Tactical, as we get into our responsible gun ownership points. And we're actually going to have a nice series that we go over and break down owning a firearm, all the things that you need to keep in mind. And of course, before we get started with any of that, Tom, we need to get folks understanding what safety is all about when it comes to firearms.
First and foremost, KB,
Right.
Again, thank you guys for coming in here and helping us get this message out to the community. First and foremost, safety. You know, there's a lot of controversy about firearms and a lot of trials and stuff that are going on. So we want to educate people on the proper way to train with, store, clean, and handle firearms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are primary responsibilities for a gun owner. You know, if you're going to go buy a gun, you need to know how to clean it. You need to know how to disassemble it. You need to know how to operate it, how to load it safely, how to store it safely, and keep it out of the hands of people that are not supposed to have it. And that includes children. Everybody in the household needs to be aware of how to operate, how to store, and safely operate firearm.
Right on. Well, why don't we talk? We've got some information here. I know that you have the gun safety rules. We're going to go over a couple of those. And then, folks, as you watch the series, we'll have all of those available to you so you can check them out along the way. But pamphlets like this, I guess you can pick it up at any facility that sells firearms.
Most responsible gun ownership and gun stores will have this literature available. I keep it. I do it at gun shows. I pass them out in any of my mail order stuff that I send out, along with the Pocket Constitution that has the First and Second Amendments in it. That are our two most important amendments, the First and the Second Amendment, because 1 + 2 = 3. You can ask me about that later.
I will.
But the primary responsibility of a gun ownership is safe handling and the operation of a firearm and storage. That all runs in together. But you treat every firearm as if it's loaded. You don't know about it. Somebody hands you a gun. Always assume that it is loaded. And therefore, you never point it at anything that you don't want to shoot. You always want to point it in a safe direction. We'll always keep that gun pointed away from each other, because I love you like a brother and I don't want to shoot you for sure, because you might get mad.
I appreciate you thinking of me there.
So we'll always point it at the wall, at the floor, at the ceiling. I know what's above me. I know what's below me. I know what's behind these walls, things like that. So we'll always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. And then the third thing is never put your finger in the trigger well until you are ready to shoot. It's called trigger discipline or trigger finger control. You always want to keep your finger when you have to grip the firearm properly. You want to keep that finger alongside what we'll call the frame of the gun, whether it's a rifle or a pistol or whatever. Your finger is always outside that trigger well until you are ready. You know what your target is. You've got your target in your sights. You know what is beyond that. That's another primary rule. It's farther down. There's 11 commandments that we like to follow. The Bible gives you 10. Gun ownership would give you 11, so you give it a bonus one. And we'll list those. But the 3 primary ones are: if you assume that the gun is loaded, if you always keep it pointed in a safe direction, and you never put your trigger finger in that trigger well, or any finger inside that trigger well, then that prevents the gun from going off prematurely. A gun will not just sit there and go off. It has to be prompted to do that. And that's typically this and carelessness between that.
There is, as there is in everything, a personal responsibility that comes with owning a firearm. In order to be a good steward, if you will, of firearms, it's probably a good idea to use your brain, and personal responsibility comes into play. What you do with that firearm, say when it's in your home, if you're transporting it, if you're taking it to the range, whatever the case, you have to stay on top of things at all times, because it seems like when you let your guard down, that's obviously when people get hurt, or worse.
Absolutely. So let's take this from beginning to end.
Right.
All right. I'm a new firearm owner, and I go to a gun store. I try hand fitting a few guns. I purchase a gun. What do I do with it then? Typically, you buy it in a box, you bring it home. It has a couple of magazines in it. It has a desiccant bag in there to keep it from rusting while it's in storage, things like that. So then what do I do with it? All right, so I bring it home in this box. I can't carry it around on me in the box. So then I have to learn, how to store it. The box just in itself is not lockable, typically. So I have to figure out if I have family members if it's just me by myself, that's one thing. But still, you have people that want to break into your house, break into your car, steal your gun. And it's a lot easier if it's just laying around in a box. So I'm a big fan of lockable storage. Either with keys or, more importantly, with a keypad that you're the only one that knows the combination to, so somebody can't get the key from you. So we'll talk about how to properly store the firearm, whether you can store it loaded or unloaded. There's, some people have different thought processes on it. If you have a large gun collection and it is a collection, and you go out and shoot one occasionally, I would typically recommend that you leave those unloaded. But your personal protection, either for your home, your car, or on your person, they have to be loaded. If not, they're not effective. So we'll talk about the proper way to store those loaded. All right, so I have a touchpad on this safe, and this is primarily where I keep all of my pistols and all of my pistol ammunition.
Right on.
All right. I usually keep them by caliber because I am a gun collector, gun enthusiast, gun dealer. You know, I like to keep track of my different calibers, how much ammunition I have of each one. This isn't my sellable stuff. I do sell ammunition, but that's all kept in a separate facility. This is the skunk works. This is where the mind gets to wander down here and we get to build new stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in, just like if you were to go to a local gun shop or come to me and say, I'd like to purchase a gun. So this is typically one way that they would come. Some come in a cardboard box. But I'll take it over here to the bench. And just while we're on the subject of safety, before you got here, I went through and made 100% sure that everything was unloaded, but we're still going to do the same thing.
Right.
I'm assuming that it is loaded. I know it is not, but I'm still, because you're here and I love you like a brother, we're going to clear this and make sure I kick the magazine out. As you see, it's spring loaded, so you want to be able to catch that.
Right.
First thing you want to do is, because the magazine is the source of ammo for a semi-automatic gun. And we'll go the difference between semi-automatic and a revolver here shortly. But I wanted to make sure this is out, so there's no magazine in here, so there's no ammo source. It's like taking the garden hose away from your pressure washer. All right? If it doesn't have any water, it can't make any pressure. So then I'm going to take the slide and I'm going to lock it back, and I'm visually going to look inside the chamber to make sure that there's no ammunition in there. If I want to, I can lock that slide back manually. I can even stick my finger down in there. And I can see both visually and with the feel of my finger that there's nothing in the well. Would you concur?
Yes, sir. And stick the finger in there, making sure to keep it pointed away from everybody.
Correct. So now we know this gun is unloaded. We're still going to, if you'll notice, my finger's outside the trigger well. Not interested in shooting anybody or anything every day, so I'm always going to keep that out of there. We may do some close-up videos to show trigger control later, but we want to make sure that it's unloaded. We did that. So then on this particular gun, it has a safety release on it, decocker, and we'll go through that whenever we go through the types of guns. But this is how this would come. All right, so what do I do with it then? All right, I bring it home. I've got ammunition for it. I've got it in this case. I don't want to leave that on my coffee table. I don't want to leave that on my bedside. So what do I need? I need a safe.
Right.
You put all your valuables in a safe. Guns are valuable, and they're also dangerous if not handled properly. So what I would recommend, and I have several of them here, this is a bedside safe that is a touchpad. I have a combination. This is one that I actually use in my motorhome. Whenever I travel to gun shows and just all around the country, I have guns in the motorhome for my protection and my family's protection. This one, or one similar to this, I've bolted in there so it can store money, it can store valuables, keys, wallet, anything. But it does have guns and it does have ammunition in it. Start out with something like this. It does have a touchpad on it. I'm going to hide the code in case anybody wants to get in my motorhome. All right, so then you twist lock it to unlock that, and you can store a pistol in there, you can put money in there, you can put spare ammunition, spare magazines. This is your go-to in a situation like that, but it is lockable. It's bolted down in my motorhome. You can bolt it down in your house so that you can't just pick this up and carry it away. You know, this is one that I just happen to have around. I want to use it for demonstrations. But keep everything locked up.
Yes.
You know, keep it away from children. Not that I'm against kids being able to shoot, but they need to be taught properly. This is a lockable box that will slide under your seat. It has a cable that comes with it that secures it around the seat post. And it has keys, or it has a combination lock on it. The thing I like about this one, it's lightweight, it's composite, and you can fly with these. You can fly with guns, not in your carry-on luggage, but in your checked luggage. And there's a proper way to do that. You know, check with the airline, check with the TSA, but you can fly with a pistol in this. Your ammo can stay in here as well. They just happen to be separate. The gun can't be loaded. The magazine can be out of it, and then your ammunition has to be in its original style box, not just a bunch of loose ammo laying in there.
Right.
But check with the TSA and check with the airline. You put it in your checked luggage, you declare that it has a firearm in there, they'll tag it, they'll x-ray it, they'll make sure They may inspect it.
We are working our way through the safety aspect of owning firearms here. Again, our guest is Tom Abbott with Iron Eagle Tactical. I would say, Tom, if people watch the video series and along the way they've got any questions, how can they reach out to you?
You can email me is one of the best ways to get a hold of me, and that's at info@ironeagletactical.com. Sales@ironeagletactical.com will also reach me. My phone number, 573-286-5359. Give me a call, ask questions. I love to educate. I'm an NRA pistol instructor. I'm a range safety officer. And I got into this business not as a business. I got into it as an enthusiast. I wanted to know more about how to safely handle a firearm, shoot a firearm proficiently. And it's turned into a living for me, over the last 20 years.
I'm sure that's how it is with a lot of people.
Yeah, I just try to get into everything that I get involved with, and learn it from the ground up. The very first pistol I've ever purchased is in here. Still have it. It's still one of the best shooting guns I've ever bought. So that's what wanted to make me get better at these things. So I want to pass on all the knowledge that I've learned to people that are coming up, or just anybody that just did not grow up around firearms. And even if you did, doesn't mean you were trained properly.
That's the thing. I mean, training is a big part of this. Education is a big part of this. So something in a lot of people, I would imagine, especially in this day and age, because we see the numbers of gun sales going through the roof. Guns, ammunition. A lot of the ammunition these days is hard to come by. But something happens that triggers someone to say, well, you know what? I had an incident. Somebody tried to rob me. Somebody mugged me. Somebody broke into my house. I need a firearm for personal protection, self-defense. And so you go out and you buy a firearm and you throw it in a drawer, or you keep it under your pillow or under your bed, someplace that you think is close. Somebody comes along and finds it, and the next thing you know, you have a very unfortunate situation. Whether it is a child, it could be an adult as well that just doesn't know how to handle a firearm, and you don't store it properly, and then that's when bad things happen. So we've had an opportunity to talk about safety and storage with Tom Abbott from Iron Eagle Tactical. Tom, what are we going to move on to in our next episode?
Well, we're going to talk about the different types of guns. We'll start off with the pistols. We'll go from the revolver and the semi-automatic. There's single shots available too, but we'll cover the basics of the two most common ones, and those are revolvers and semi-automatics.
Very good, folks. Stick around with us on What's Burnin' here on Lake TV, and our good friend Tom Abbott from Iron Eagle Tactical. We're going to give you some responsible gun ownership tips and get you into the mindset of course, safety, training, and education.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement. Whether they're still on the journey or already there, at SRG Financial we have a process, the Mile Marker Formula, that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle, so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
Want to get to know local leaders a lot better? Join Lake TV for a new Community Spotlight show weekdays at 9, 3, and 7. We talk with local leaders to get their story and learn more about their organizations. It's the Community Spotlight show on Lake TV.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us or or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us here on What's Burnin' on Lake TV as we're getting into the holiday season, and our set is so festively decorated. I can't believe it. And we want to thank the folks at American Elm for helping us out with all the great decorations. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we also want to wish our guest, the one and only educated redneck Danny Ellison. We want to wish him a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I hope I didn't leave anybody out, but we're certainly glad to have you with us today, sir. Thanks so much for being on the program.
Oh, it's always my pleasure. It's great. I love it. I love this because I can actually see you. I usually just hear you. It's nice to be able to kind of face-to-face and interact with you.
Yeah. The last time, I think, we've done this once before, and the last time I actually saw you was earlier in the year when you were coming through, you and Dillinger making your trek across these United States. But a lot's been going on since the last time the two of us had the opportunity to talk, Danny. So let's find out what's on your mind today.
I'd like to talk about something. I read this recently, that a college is all upset that Rittenhouse is going to be attending their college.
Right, Arizona State.
It's terrible what we are doing here. This trial was so poorly handled, and it's because the evidence was so overwhelmingly against the trial as to be laughable. And the really funny thing is, the only reason this trial existed was because the government's failure to do its job to protect its citizens. And if they had done their job and protected the citizens, there'd be no need for citizens to feel the need to protect their own goods, which is something granted to us by our amendments, our first, our second, and we are allowed to protect ourselves. And nobody wanted to talk about that fact. They all wanted to, this kid just he was hunting. And that's the other thing I'm upset with. This whole hunting analogy, because he carried an AR. What I'm going to call his miniskirt. Now hear me out. We are told that if a girl goes out in a miniskirt and she gets raped, it is not her fault. And it is not her fault. It's not her fault. He had an AR. Would it have been different if he had a pistol? Would he have not still been armed? Your problem is his chosen weapon, his miniskirt, because he was looking for trouble because he was armed with a rifle. Now, any human person on this planet that is going into a dangerous situation where the police have made it this wasn't the first night of the riot, neither. We are deep into the riot. The first night, he's going into a viper pit, and he knows the police have made it clear they're not going to intervene. You better bet I'm going to pack the most potent thing I can put on my body, and on top of that, by being clearly visible, it is not a sign that you're hunting. It's a sign of deterrence to say, hey, you don't want to mess with this guy. He's packing real heat. And this kid has been crushed. And the funny thing is, they all make this big deal. He was 17 years old with an AR. Well, guess what, kiddies? If he had got his parents' permission, he could have joined the National Guard when he was 17. And the National Guard would have put a real weapon of war in his hands and not an AR that most people use for shooting squirrels and stuff and rabbits and all kinds of things. It's a game gun. It's a lot of fun to shoot. They'd have put a real one in his hands, and they'd have stuck him in there if they did their job with the National Guard to do exactly what he was doing as a citizen, and you'd have been 100% okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. No doubt about it. It's interesting when we look back on all of this. It seemed it almost seemed like you were watching a movie. You know, it wasn't like typically, in my mind anyway, like it was a trial setting, because you had so many different cast members. And I think back to this movie, you know, who's going to play this part, who's going to play this part, who's going to play this part, because it would be a great movie that actually has already been made. There was so much going on to, I don't know, influence the public and how we viewed this young man, Kyle Rittenhouse. And I'll tell you how I viewed him. I viewed him as a citizen who was protecting other citizens, and that was his goal. That's why he was there in the first place, to offer any medical aid necessary to anyone that was injured. Anyone, by the way, that was injured. He wasn't going to ask you about your politics. He would have helped anyone. And he has since been deemed a white supremacist, which again, there were no other people than white people, Caucasians, involved in the shooting, so I don't see where the white supremacy aspect of it comes into play. But like I said, it reminded me of a movie, because you had all of these really, really, in a lot of cases, bad actors, especially the prosecution. When a prosecutor takes a loaded, well, it wasn't loaded at the time, but he points a weapon at the jury, and he has his finger in the trigger well. Now, any law-abiding citizen that owned a firearm would know better and would have had their finger alongside the trigger well, but not in it. So that, to me right there, lets me know that you're dealing with somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of knowledge in the first place involving firearms. So, yeah, it was a bad movie with a lot of bad actors.
Well, if you're going to have a movie, I think Alec Baldwin should play that lawyer.
Well, that certainly did come up on several occasions. And is it too soon? Well, apparently not, according to Danny Ellison, our guest, the educated redneck. What else about that trial really kind of set you off there, Danny?
Well, it was funny because there were so many. Everybody, first of all, said this prosecutor brought a terrible case. No, he didn't bring a terrible case, because there was no case to bring. Right. What he brought was a manufactured case to satisfy the little nattering mobs that will run around and do real violence. The mobs that were burning a city, which is the reason why Kyle showed up to defend it. Nobody wants to talk about this. You're not allowed to talk about that. This is a bizarre mixture of, you watch what the press will attack and fact check, because they've been fact checking anything that was pro Rittenhouse for a long time on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And now get this, with the Maxwell charge, Ghislaine Maxwell, mm-hmm. the Epstein case, I have been getting fact-checked on things I've been making about that trial. So that already tells you that the cat's out of the bag on that trial. That's why there's not cameras. That's why there's not streaming. That's why there's not... Everybody can watch this, because they don't know whose name's going to come out next. And so once it's out there, it's out there. And that's what they're doing now. They're trying to... Look at the press and understand the vast majority of corporate media is in the bag of the government right now. You can't deny that if you just watch and think.
Let's see if old Slick Willie gets out of this one.
Oh yeah, this is going to be so interesting. It's funny because everybody forgot the Russian collusion. That was another made-up story. And like the kid who got rich, though, that's what I'm hoping for Kyle. I hope he goes and gets rich like that. I can't remember the guy's name, where the Native Americans were standing there taunting him. It turns out that everything reported was a lie, and he got millions and millions. I hope Kyle gets millions, because unfortunately, with the mob that he's defeated, they will be after him. He will have to protect himself for the rest of his life.
Sure.
Unfortunately, because he's going to have to move. He's going to have to disappear. It's a shame in this country, because remember the OJ verdict that everybody knew was not true?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that OJ verdict? Where were the riots? There were none. Where were the threats? There were none. Because unfortunately, as a society, you either accept the rulings of your court as law, you can still have your own opinion, but you can't treat the person differently, or you do it like Kyle did and you do it on your own, because that's what upsets you. So if the police are not going to be police because they've been told from above to stand down, then it's up to the citizens to be the police. And now you're upset because you said the police couldn't be the police, but a citizen showed up to be the police. This makes no sense whatsoever. We are running down a weird rabbit hole where they are trying to point one side as terrible and one side is great. They're trying to split us down the middle because we're much more manageable when we're separated than when we stand together.
Danny Ellison, the Educated Redneck, my friend, always great to have you with us, and always great to give you a little time to do some ranting and raving. And I'm guessing you're on Facebook, and you had a guy that you were working there with for a short time. I don't know if you two guys are still together or not, but where can folks find you?
Okay, I've got a lot of different things going on. I'm always trying to build new projects. I have a new project I call Laughing at the News. You can find it on YouTube under Dan Ellison, The Educated Redneck. You can find it on Rumble under The Educated Redneck, one word, no spaces. EducatedRedneck.com is my website that shows my travel schedule, which is actually starting to happen again. And I like to say a big thank you to Kevin. I appreciate everything you do for me. I appreciate you having me on your show. Much success for the new year coming up, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and all of your family.
Well, as always, we hope to get you back down here as soon as possible to have some fun with us, hang out with you and Dillinger at the state park or wherever, and we're looking forward to getting you back here. And all the best to you, my friend, for sticking with me for as long as you have. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you again soon, Danny Ellison.
Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day on that beautiful lake you live on.
Back with more on What's Burning here on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Moving to the lake is a lot of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. For packing up and delivering to your new home or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the easy choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers packs your possessions extra carefully, shows up on time, and strives for 5-star customer service every time. Sunrise Movers, the official movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today to get a free estimate. Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement, whether they're still on the journey or already there. At SRG Financial, we have a process, the mile marker formula, that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. we spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Hanging out here at Ozarks Cat and Canine, it's time for KB's Furry Friends. And we've got a very special canine for you today, and her name is Serenity. And Mary Meow Me Tilly is here to tell us a little bit more, but we really don't know a whole lot about Serenity, other than she's a, what did you say, an Australian Shepherd Lab mix?
Yes.
Yes.
And
you do know that much?
Yeah, we know that much, and we know that she's 10 months old.
Yeah.
We've only had her for about a week. She's scheduled to get fixed tomorrow, actually.
Right.
So she'll be ready to go very soon. The owner, her previous owner, she got a little too big for him to handle,
Right.
and she's not quite a year old, so she's probably got a little bit more growing to do.
I was going to say, she's already relatively big, so more than likely this would be an animal that you'd like to have some room for. She probably likes to get out and run, stretch her legs. How is she interacting with other animals? Is Serenity a puppy dog that could maybe be with other dogs?
She has done very well with other dogs that we've had her around. She is very submissive, both
Right.
to dogs and people. So, she wants to let them take the lead, but she is very playful as well.
I would imagine once you got her in a situation where she feels comfortable for a while, and she'll open up a little bit more. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, she's definitely a good-looking 10-month-old, again, Australian Shepherd Lab mix, and she would definitely make somebody very happy around here. Seems like she would be relatively good with kids, too.
Yeah, several of our employees have children that have been around her
Right.
already, and she's done very well with them.
There you go. So Serenity just needs a place where she can feel calm and comfortable and loved, and you can come by and meet Serenity here at Ozarks Cat and Canine. What's the adoption process? How does that all work? Let's just so we can kind of give people an idea that may be seeing us for the first time.
Okay, so we do have an application process. You can find that online on our website, which is ozarkscatandcanine.com. There's a button right on our homepage that says click here to fill out our
Right.
application. The main things we're wanting to know, we want to know about any pets you currently have in your home. We want to know about your housing situation. Do you own? Do you rent? Do you have a fenced yard? That kind of things. And then the most important thing is if you do have animals or you've had animals recently,
Right.
we want to know, we want to be able to talk to your vet.
Okay.
Make sure that you're somebody that keeps your animals up to date on shots and takes care of them before we send another animal home with them.
All good things, all very important things to keep in mind, because once they adopt a dog or a cat to a family, they want to make sure that that family is going to take care of it, love it, and obviously provide a good home for it. One other thing we want to talk about, again, it's holiday time, and we talked a little bit about it in our last go around when we had Nugget on with us, and that is the very special Christmas tree that you have here at Ozarks Cat and Canine.
Yep. We are once again this year doing the Shelter Angel Tree. So it is a Christmas tree in our lobby that is covered with tags that have suggested items that we need at the shelter. Everything is color coded, so there's one color for dog items, one color for cat items, one color for general supplies for the shelter. So if you're a dog lover and you want to buy for the dogs, you can just pick by color.
Right.
And then when you bring those items back in, we have a special little treat that will give you a little token of our appreciation.
Very nice. Come on out here and grab a color tag and help out the shelter. They do so much to provide a place for these animals who, they sometimes have the owner surrender, sometimes they get loose and people find them, a variety of different situations. But all of these animals would like a great home, so maybe this holiday season, bring the family by, check out Serenity while Serenity is still here, and to see if we can't provide her with a good home. KB's Furry Friends, presented by our veterinary at the lake. We are here at Ozarks Cat and Canine. Mary, thanks again.
Thank you.
Coming up, more of What's Burning right here on Lake TV.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. In Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around two things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
Hey everyone, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and we have our Thanksgiving sale going on right now. Save up to 25% off of Slumberland low tagged price items, and then we still have all the blue tags that can go today. You can pick it up or have it delivered in the next week. Come see us, lots of product available right here at Slumberland Furniture at the Lake, where we're bringing happy home.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us here today, right here on Lake TV for What's Burnin'. Great guest in the studio as well, Cassie Cunningham and Carol Long, the Christmas Tree Girls, our good friend Danny Ellis and the Educated Redneck, Tom Abbott with Iron Eagle Tactical, and our new series on responsible gun ownership, plus, yes, those furry friends over at Ozark Cat and Canine. A big thanks to all of my sponsors as well, SRG Financial Advisors, the good folks at Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake, and Bryant Auction. We love you all, and we love you too. Thanks for joining us. Stick around. Coming up next week, we'll get a visit from Bill Lacasse and so much more. Another great show headed your way very soon on Lake TV.